following the city's fourth murder in 12 days. Lexington police are speaking about the violent start to 2016.
Bitterly cold temperatures to start the day. Things slowly improving in the short term, and then the weekend hits. I've got more Arctic air and snow chances just ahead.
And we're less than 7 hours away from the Powerball drawing with a jackpot worth $1.5 billion. Now at 4, how people in central Kentucky lined up to get free tickets.
This is WKYT News at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Jennifer Palumbo. It's a cold day in the bluegrass, but we are about to get a break. This time tomorrow, temperatures could be 20 degrees warmer. Here's a live look at downtown Lexington, where it's a sunny afternoon and in the upper 20s right now. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a first look at the forecast. And Chris, that sun can be deceiving.
Yeah, it really is. You go outside, you're in the sun, it may be a little okay, then all of a sudden reality kind of smacks you around a little bit if you hit a shaded area. Upper 20s, low 30s across the area this afternoon on a day that started out with single-digit temperatures into much of the area. Let's soak up this little bit of a warming trend that is on the way over the next few days. Right now, big temperature spread north to south. Boy, that has been the theme so far this wintertime. Covington 21, yet upper 30s, southeastern Kentucky. Throw the winds into the mix, it feels like it is 10 in Covington, 20 right now in Lexington. Out and about this evening, numbers are going to hold steady into the mid and upper 20s. Northern Kentucky, a couple of snow flurries possible, mainly cloudy skies, and also the temperature by 11 may come up a degree or two, and we may see thermometers rising right on into the overnight. Defender Radar Network trying to pick up on a couple of snowflakes, at least in the clouds. That's with a system that is bypassing us this go around to the north. That is taking snow from Chicago to the Columbus and Cleveland area. That will leave us all alone. But as we look ahead, guess what I have coming up this weekend? More Arctic snows and bitterly cold temperatures. That's highlighting the 7-day forecast in 15 minutes.
Thank you, Chris. Lexington police are investigating the city's fourth murder of the new year. The latest happened about 10 last night in the parking lot of the McDonald's on Russell Cave Road at New Circle. This afternoon, Lexington police had a news conference to talk about the violent start to 2016. WKYT's Hillary Thornton shows us what investigators are saying in our top story at 4.
Just hours after getting their fourth homicide case of the year, the police chief as well as the top prosecutor spoke about this violent start to 2016, also announcing the issuing of 5 arrest warrants in one of those murders. 4 shooting deaths in just 12 days in Lexington, the most recent happening Tuesday night at the McDonald's on Russell Cave Road. Police say there they found 23-year-old Timothy Brown Jr. inside of a car with multiple gunshot wounds. He later died at UK Hospital. His death bringing Lexington's murder rate for 2016 to a killing every 3 days, a stat prompting police to address the rash of violence at a news conference today, giving updates on each of the murder cases, including warrants issued for the January 9th murder of Caleb Hallett. Investigators say in that case, 3 juveniles along with 21-year-old Kenyon Hips and 18-year-old Marquise Smith were involved in the robbery and shooting of Hallett and 1 other victim. Police say while they do not believe any of the murders are connected, they do say they believe they involve what they call high-risk situations.
These aren't random acts. They are acts that are associated around risk behaviors. So I would caution you, if you're going to a residence that has a high-risk behavior, such as selling narcotics, such as gang members, such as any illegal activity that's going to attract other activity, I wouldn't go.
Anyone with information about these cases or those involved are asked to contact the Lexington Police Department. We have information on some different ways you can do so over on our website, WKYT.com. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Police have made an arrest in the January 3rd shooting of Corrins White and say they expect an arrest soon in last night's killing. However, they say they do not have any suspects at this point in the New Year's Day shooting of Joseph McDowell. In our other top stories at 4, someone could become a billionaire tonight. The Powerball jackpot remains at a record $1.5 billion. Today, the Kentucky Lottery gave away 1,500 free tickets at 4 locations across the state. Hundreds lined up at the Kroger and Brannon Crossing in Nicholasville for a chance to get one.
It's never been this high before, and the fact that, you know, to be able to totally be able to do whatever you wanted to do, you know, it's amazing. Like my husband never buys a Powerball ticket, and he's in line every day to get a ticket.
We'll take you to that ticket giveaway on WKYT News at 5. The drawing will be at 10:59 tonight, and you can watch it live right here on WKYT. Our reporters are working on other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Amber Philpott joins us from the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Amber.
Hello, Jennifer. Lawmakers heard arguments on a bill allowing the expungement of criminal records for some Class D felons. The hearing was held before the House Judiciary Committee. The goal is to make it easier for those who have served their time to get back into society. We'll show you how it works on WKYT News at 4:30. A man accused of killing a 7-year-old girl headed back to court this afternoon. Timothy Madden was arraigned on charges of murder, kidnapping, and rape. Police say he killed Gabby Doolin during her brother's football game at Allen County Scottsville High School in November. We'll show you what happened at today's hearing on WKYT News at 5:30. And a Whitley County doctor ended up in jail earlier this week. Williamsburg police arrested 50-year-old Sean Hudson on Monday. He's charged with practicing medicine without a license. We'll have more on his arrest coming up on WKYT News at 6. That is a look at just some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Amber. Now to some stories making headlines across the nation at 4. 10 American sailors briefly held by Iran have been sent to a U.S. military facility in Qatar. The 9 men and 1 woman were detained yesterday when their boat drifted into Iranian territorial waters. After they arrive in Qatar, the sailors will be debriefed by Navy officials and given medical checkups. The Michigan National Guard has been activated to hand out bottled water and filters in Flint. The city is dealing with lead-contaminated water from a switch in the water supply in 2014. The governor has also asked the federal government for help dealing with the crisis. Snow is pounding areas near the Great Lakes for the 2nd straight day, causing havoc from Indiana to parts of upstate New York. Some areas could see up to 3 feet. DeMarco Morgan is in Hamburg, New York, outside Buffalo, with the latest on the brutal conditions.
That's the sound of thunder snow Tuesday in Buffalo. Cold air moving behind an Alberta Clipper weather system is blowing across the warmer than average Great Lakes, kicking up high winds and snow. Plows did little to quell the heavy snowfall enveloping roads, and people with shovels and snowblowers seem to be fighting a losing battle too. Sarah McCloskey is out training for her first marathon and said she won't be sidelined by a squall.
You're constantly aware of traffic, getting hit by a car, following on your, it's exciting. If I find an excuse not to do it, then I'll just build up excuses not to go.
Blizzard conditions led to a 40-vehicle pileup along Interstate 74 in eastern Indiana. Another pileup on I-70 involved 13 vehicles.
I got hit about 5 different times. I got bumped around pretty good in there.
In Niagara County, New York, drivers had a tough time keeping it between the lines.
Apparently, I couldn't see the road and I missed the turn.
Buffalo has gotten 2 feet of snow since Tuesday, and it's expected to get more snow today, 6 to 9 inches. And forecasters say by the end of the week, parts of upstate New York could see 3 feet of snow. DeMarco Morgan, CBS News, Hamburg, New York.
A winter storm is also hitting northern New England, including parts of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. North Amity, Maine received the highest snowfall in the state, 13.5 inches. Visa has added new stores to its checkout service. Details next on WKYT News at 4. And there's a new report out about self-driving cars. We'll show you what it says about how safe they are in WKYT Money Watch.
At Frontier Nursing University, our mission is to educate nurse midwives and nurse practitioners through distance education. With 75 years in Kentucky, our students and graduates have a passion for personalized care for women and families. Do you share this passion? Visit frontier.edu.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, and I've been a trial lawyer now for almost 30 years. I've seen a lot. If someone was to ask me what I would look for in a law firm, it would be simple. Does the law firm have the financial strength to fight the insurance companies and the corporate giants? How long have they been in business? Does the firm have a history of huge verdicts? And lots of them. When you're injured in an accident, you only have 1 day in court. Do your homework. All firms are not the same. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Our cancer patients are really special people. They're determined, they're tough, and they're such wonderful people to care for. It's really great to offer patients the standard of care, but then we have trials so that we can also give them the cutting edge, where we explain to the patient this is the standard, but this might be even better. Because of the excellent work we do, we've received an outstanding award from the Commission on Cancer. I'm Dr. Hain, and we treat every one of our patients like family at Baptist Health.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
I love him, but he can be so forgetful. That's probably why he hasn't signed up for Simple Saver. All you have to do is call or click.
I called Simple Saver. We'll save energy, help the environment, and get free energy credits. It's so simple.
A message from Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Man, these wings look good.
Yeah, this spicy honey barbecue sauce is so good, it'll change your life.
Sir, it looks like we're leading in the polls.
You're running for president?
Don't answer that.
Life-changing? Maybe. Indescribably good? Definitely. The boneless wings meal with spicy honey barbecue sauce, served with crinkle fries and a small drink. Zaxby's. Indescribably good.
Hi, I'm Brent. This is Geronimo. We're here to tell you about Fireplace Concepts, Lexington's only licensed fireplace shop. With over 60 years of combined experience, we know what it takes to heat a home. Come by and see us at our newly renovated showroom on Regency Road, and as always, home is where the heart is.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
A rough day on Wall Street. The Dow and S&P 500 both ending at three-month lows. The Dow down 365 points to close at 16,151. The NASDAQ lost 160. Visa Checkout has added some big companies to its digital payment service. The new additions include the NFL Store and the Home Shopping Network. Consumers can shop and pay seamlessly through mobile apps and websites. Visa Checkout has more than 10 million users, making it the world's biggest payment network. Futuristic self-driving cars being tested on California roads have needed plenty of old-fashioned human intervention to stay safe. Officials in California just released reports filed by 7 companies that received permission to test the vehicles. Experts say Google, whose cars drove the most by far, performed relatively well. The company said its cars needed safety-related help more than 300 times over about 425,000 miles. Google said 11 of those instances would have resulted in collisions and that its cars are not yet ready for the public. Uber is launching trip experiences, hoping to make the ride a little more entertaining for passengers. With the user's permission, riders will be able to connect to their favorite apps, get a playlist of songs they like, even receive recommendations and make reservations for restaurants they're about to visit. During the holidays, the ride-sharing app completed its 1 billionth trip. Starbucks is taking coffee to China. The Seattle-based coffee chain says it's on track to open 500 stores in China this year. Starbucks expects to have a total of 3,400 stores there by 2019. China is now the company's second largest market and expects it someday to overtake the U.S.
It's a special service honoring Dr. Martin Luther King happening here this weekend. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about with more on the community service at Central Christian Church today.
And as we roll our way into the big weekend, we're tracking another Arctic blast toward the Bluegrass State. We'll show you if it has some snow with it just ahead.
A high school principal is transferred in the middle of a school year with no explanation. WKYT's Miranda Combs searched through hundreds of emails and other documents to find out why. The principal transfer, Thursday at 6 on WKYT. When big news breaks, be the first to know. Download the WKYT News app and turn on push alerts. Breaking news at your fingertips when you need to know what's going on. Push alerts, now available on the WKYT News app.
With savings up to half off, as much as $1,000 in cash rewards, and doorbusters all through the store, how can our deal of the decade get any better? By giving you 0 interest for 48 months with no money down. Hurry!
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Turn your loving on and try something crazy good.
Our new value menu has a dozen tasty options starting at only $1. That's a too good to be true deal for too delicious to be true taste. Starting at $1. Rallies and Checkers.
Epic meals, epic deals.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield wants to know, what's your health insurance IQ?
True or false? A lot of people qualify for financial help to lower the cost of their health insurance. False? Actually, millions of people have qualified for financial help on their health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. A family of 4 making about $95,000 a year or less may qualify. You are required by law to have health coverage.
True.
Yep. Most people were required to have health coverage starting in 2014.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield can help protect your family's health with one easy call.
Did you know all their plans cover doctor visits, prescription drugs, hospital stays, and more?
Yes, with $0 preventive care. The deadline to enroll is earlier this year, so don't wait. Call now for free expert guidance and a free quote. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Call us at 1-800-769-7581 for a free quote. That's 1-800-769-7581.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthTalks.com to view a video of Dr. Molly Hauser on detecting and treating gestational diabetes. Baptist Health Lexington. Be a healthier you.
In Kentucky, elder abuse is on the rise. Most nursing home residents say nothing in fear of retaliation. Watch for signs, bruises, scratches, bed sores, and cues in body language. If you suspect nursing home abuse, you need to seek justice. Call Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600, 800-800-4600, before it's too late.
Don't pay over $1,000 for this Whirlpool Cabrio high-efficiency washer-dryer pair at Lowe's when they're just $449 each at P-Rats. Get 0 interest for 18 months on TVs and appliances. Hurry and get the deal of the decade.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. WKYT. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Absolutely frigid this morning. Thermometers into the single digits for many of us across the Bluegrass State to start out the day. This afternoon, we had a lot of sun. Now the clouds, right on cue with our forecast from yesterday, are rolling on into town. You see those high clouds across the Hamburg Pavilion area. Overall, though, it's a good-looking view out there. Those clouds, for the most part, are not producing precipitation. Now, temperatures compared to the same point yesterday, the numbers yesterday at this time were dropping. The numbers right now are coming up a little bit. Still, southeastern Kentucky, you're colder than yesterday. Most areas are at or below the freezing mark, and then it's 21 into Covington. Quite a bit colder here into northern Kentucky, especially compared to the southern parts of the state. Everybody feels colder when you factor in the winds, and at times we're going to feel those wind chills in the teens this evening. Tomorrow, much better. Temperatures tonight may actually rise. We'll drop those into the evening. Then I think by midnight and then through tomorrow morning, you're going to see the numbers coming up. So you may go to bed with colder temperatures than what you wake up to. Tomorrow afternoon, upper 40s to low 50s with a mix of sun and clouds. Now, I mentioned those clouds are mainly dry, seeing a few returns on your Defender radar network showing up at least in the clouds. Doesn't mean those snowflakes are getting down to the ground, but across the northern tier of the state, would not be surprised if we don't get a renegade snow flurry or two. The bursts of snow with that are staying well to our north. Hour by hour forecast, we go through the evening into tonight and watch the numbers come up a little bit by daybreak. We may be above 32 degrees in the morning. 42 Covington, pushing 50 into much of central and eastern Kentucky through 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Heading into our Friday, umbrellas, Go ahead and find them. We're going to put them to use on Friday with some showers that will make their way across the region. That will carry us into the evening ahead of a cold front that by 11 o'clock is dropping temperatures very quickly now from west to east. Still 40s east, 39 Lexington, low and mid 30s. That's a little band of some rain and snow showers that will follow that up. Then by Saturday morning, throughout the day on Saturday, a lot of clouds are around and temperatures through the early evening will be dropping below freezing with a couple of flurries and snow showers. That's not a big deal. As of now, more focus on what comes in behind that. That system exits, and then we focus on an Arctic front that arrives as we go into the day on Sunday. Right now, I'm still just going with the scenario that this is just a pure Arctic front that blows through here. Some models are suggesting this Arctic front picks up a storm out of the Gulf of Mexico and brings it up the East Coast. I'm not buying that as of yet. We'll just go with some snow, gusty Arctic snows on Sunday, and then bitterly cold air that will follow that up as we go into Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday. Temperatures tomorrow will push close to 50 in some areas. Rain is likely for our Friday. A couple of snow showers on Saturday, not a big deal. Arctic snow Sunday, and look at that temperature drop. We're going to be close to 0. On Monday morning, it may actually go below 0 in a few spots. Right now, let's get a check on traffic. Here is Officer Don.
Overall view of Lexington rush hour traffic, mostly in the green right now, with slowdowns approaching the Circle on Nicholasville Road and Harrisburg Road coming up on the crossover. But good news is no wrecks. Drive times means everything should be okay getting home, about what we would expect normally coming from Lexington to Paris, Lexington to Winchester, also toward Mount Sterling and even Georgetown. Normal stuff to deal with on the Interstate 75, both north and southbound. Now back to the studio.
Thank you, Officer Don. Many special services are planned this weekend to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Deanne Stevens out and about today, joining us with more on what's happening with many community churches within our region.
Good afternoon, guys, from Central Christian Church, where we are preparing for a beautiful community service that is happening here this weekend in honor of Martin Luther King. Pastor David Shirey is with us, and this is a tradition for Central Christian Church and area churches to come together and make this service happen. Talk a bit about that and how over the years it continues to grow.
Deanne, this is the 26th annual, so 26 years ago, East 2nd Street Christian Church and Central Christian Church came together in order to honor Dr. King over a weekend and to have a community service. That tradition has lasted. As I've arrived a year and a half ago, I got to make friends with my dear colleague Don Gillette at East 2nd, and together now we've added a Saturday event to that Sunday worship service. We're excited about how it's growing.
All right, let's talk to John Gillette from East 2nd Christian Church. Saturday's event, tell us about it.
Yes, we're very excited about the event because it expands on the Martin Luther King weekend. Saturday, we're going to have a community conversation on race. There we'll have a panel with our featured preacher, Reverend Darby from South Carolina. We'll also have Representative Susan Lamb, who's on the City Council, as well as William Saunders, who is the NAACP president. And so we're going to talk about race in the community, and so that we can begin fleshing out some of this beloved community that Dr. King talked about.
Why are events like this important to our community, Don? Talk a bit about that and how you want people to come. You want people to take part in this.
Yes, I believe it's important because, once again, it's about all of God's children coming together. And this event that has been taking place for 25, 26 years with Central and East 2nd Street having begun it, it's something that we believe that the community needs it. We're in a season of healing, and we need some healing in our community. And so by bringing all people of all faiths to come to honor a man who spoke about the beloved community is very important.
And that's happening 1 o'clock on Saturday at East 2nd Christian Church, right? 1:30. Yes. You can show up at 1 and be early, get a good seat, and then come on out here to the service on Sunday at
6 p.m.
6 o'clock here at Central Christian Church. Now, coming up at 4:50, more on that very special speaker that's coming in from South Carolina this weekend, and some fabulous music we're going to be sharing with you coming up at 4:50. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Deanne. A drug used for dementia could benefit Parkinson's patients. We'll show you how next on WKYT News at 4. One school is using virtual reality to keep students engaged, how it's working in better living. Friday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $22 million, and tonight's Powerball jackpot is $1.5 billion.
These little guys, they represent blood cells. And if you have AFib, an irregular heartbeat that may put you at 5 times greater risk of stroke, they can pool together in the heart, forming a clot that can break free and travel upstream to the brain, where it can block blood flow and cause a stroke. But if you have AFib that's not caused by a heart valve problem, Pradaxa can help stop clots from forming. Pradaxa was even proven superior to warfarin at reducing the risk of stroke in a clinical trial without the need for regular blood tests. And in the rare event of an emergency, Pradaxa is the only oral blood thinner other than warfarin with a specific reversal treatment to help your body clot normally again.
Pradaxa is not for people who have had a heart valve replacement. Don't stop taking Pradaxa without talking to your doctor. Stopping increases your risk of stroke or blood clots. Ask your doctor if you need to stop Pradaxa before any planned medical or dental procedure. Pradaxa can cause serious and sometimes fatal bleeding. Don't take Pradaxa if you have abnormal bleeding, and seek immediate medical care for unexpected signs of bleeding like unusual bruising. Pradaxa may increase your bleeding risk if you're 75 or older, have kidney problems, stomach ulcers, a bleeding condition, or take certain medicines. Side effects with Pradaxa can include indigestion, stomach pain, upset, or burning.
Don't just go with the flow. Go with Pradaxa, the only blood thinner that lowers your risk of stroke better than warfarin and has a specific reversal treatment. Talk to your doctor about Pradaxa today.
Integrity.
Character. Dedicated.
Committed to service.
To serve and to protect.
We are the men,
the women,
The present.
and the future.
The office of the Fayette County Sheriff.
join our team.
It's the little things in life that make me smile. Spending the day with my niece. I don't use Super Polygrip for hold because my dentures fit well. Before, those little pieces would get in between my dentures and my gum and it was uncomfortable.
Even well-fitting dentures let in food particles. Just a few dabs of Super Polygrip Free is clinically proven to seal out more food particles so you're more comfortable and confident while you eat.
So it's not about keeping my dentures in, it's about keeping the food particles out.
Try Super Polygrip Free.
It's time for better living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. A new study finds a drug used to treat dementia may help people with Parkinson's disease. Tests show patients who received the dementia drug were 45% less likely to fall and were steadier when walking. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University have created an online test that can help people with chronic kidney disease figure out if they're at risk of kidney failure. They say the test can help people mentally prepare for dialysis or transplant and give other patients not at risk peace of mind. Women with heart failure are less likely than men to receive implanted heart defibrillators because they don't always meet enrollment guidelines. But new research shows both women and men benefit from the implants. The risk of death is 20% lower after 3 years for both women and men. Teachers are always looking for ways to keep students engaged during class. One school in Arizona has turned to virtual reality. Courtney Griffin shows us how it works.
Because it's so 3D and it's just awesome.
Getting a taste of the world without leaving the classroom.
Yeah. I think it'll help everybody learn.
Students at Legend Springs Elementary School use these goggles with virtual reality panoramas to see all different aspects of the world.
It helps them connect with the world that they live in, which they don't really ever get an opportunity to do.
Jennifer Miner is the principal. She says it gives students an ability to understand what they're learning by feeling as if they were there.
Now there's lots of coral over.
And you'll see the kids turning from side to side because the more you move, the more you see.
Now it's like seals and stuff.
Teachers can choose from more than 100 journeys to use as an aid to their lesson plan.
When we did our teacher training, the teachers were screaming because it's so different. It's virtual. It's something that they've never seen before.
That was Courtney Griffin reporting. For more health, education, and consumer news, go to WKYT.com and click on Better Living. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott are next with WKYT News at 4:30.